Hey everybody, welcome to another Poverty Hill Adventures video. I got a visitor at camp. Come on, sit down, sit down.
Oh, thank you.
Hey everybody, this is my brother from Florida. And
You're into axes, and I've been in Florida for the last 45 years. We don't use axes, we have hurricanes. Computer checked out axes. Well, I got hacked. He's an axe thrower. I said, how come axe throwers are successful with the ones they love? He says they miss.
the intro that you just watched to this video was filmed a few days ago when my brother and sister-in-law were visiting. They came down to my tent camp here and checked things out, and along with my wife came along, and now my wife, she's used to all this stuff, and supports me in all my hunts and fishing trips and just hanging out in the woods. But my brother and sister-in-law are not what I would consider outdoors folks. And I took the opportunity with them visiting to show them my tent camp and explain a little bit what I was doing here. And I think in a small way, I think maybe they have a little better understanding of why I love doing this type of stuff. We spent just a great day. It was a wonderful day in the fall woods, and I had them both throwing tomahawks by the end of the day, and both of them were doing pretty good at that. And my brother, I had him shooting the traditional bow, and he was hitting the target. He was hitting the target well. So he's a natural archer, and we had a lot of fun. And that's why you had the beginning of this video the way it was. I'd like to include an update on how things are going here at the fall hunting camp here that I set up. And the tent camp has now been up for, I think, a little over 4 weeks, so a month, and I've been using it considerable. I haven't stayed here exclusively because I had some personal commitments that I had to leave, but I've been spending a lot of time here, and so far the tent has held up extremely well. I have no complaints at all with the tent. We've had heavy rain, we had windy conditions, had some real cold nights. We even had a little bit of wet snow, and the tent has held up beautifully. So I'd like to give a hats off to Panther Primitives out of West Virginia for making just a beautiful lodge. I'm very, very happy with it. I had a few issues with my dining fly, but the dining fly is extremely old. I had, if you saw in one of the previous videos, I had a couple of the ties break on it, but the dining fly, first off, did not come from Panther Primitives. It's very, very old, so it's to be expected. The weather today is outstanding. I mean, we've got just a beautiful, beautiful fall day. Blue skies, bright sunshine. In the last video, hunting camp video, there were a lot of the leaves still up on the trees, and you know, they were starting to change and the woods looked beautiful. Well, since then, I would say probably about maybe 75 to 80% of the leaves have fallen, and the feel of the woods is a little different. The first item that I have added is this here Wagner cast iron griddle. Anxious to give it a try. I haven't tried it yet, but that's one item that I've added since I started with the camp this year. I've added a few items to the camp, and I'd like to show them to everybody. I have acquired and am now including a couple of propane lanterns in the camp. These are a couple of vintage lanterns. There are no markings on them. I don't know who made them, but they are very well made. The valve on them is very well made. Has a porcelain top to it. The globes were broken when I got these here, and I was able to find a replacement globe. I don't think it's for this particular make of lantern, but it fits pretty darn good, and it works real nice. They got these little stands on them and a bail. So there's a couple of lanterns that I'm going to be trying out tonight. Last item I want to show everybody is I made these fire starters up. Real simple. Egg carton, some melted wax, and some sawdust, wood shavings, whatever. And if you saw any of the previous videos, I mentioned that the little ammo can wood stove won't hold a fire throughout the whole night, and if you sleep through it and you let it go out, you gotta fire it back up. Warms up the tent real quick, but you gotta start it up again. And I was doing it with twigs, birch bark, whatever, and that's cool and it works. But these are much simpler. All I got to do is throw one or two of these in the stove, put a little bit of kindling or whatever on top of it, light it, crawl back in the sleeping bag, and these I timed one. They will burn for a little over 5 minutes, so it's enough to get the fire going again. So that was one of my rainy day projects last week. I checked the trail cameras, and they have revealed very little daytime activity, deer activity. Got a few moving during the day, but not a whole lot. So hopefully that picks up very shortly as the fall breeding season, the fall rut starts kicking in. So hopefully we'll see some deer in the daylight hours. I've not been out bow hunting in several days. We had a stretch of very rainy, wet conditions, all day rain, day after day, and I didn't feel that it was the best conditions to hunt with a bow in. Firearms, yes, I would have gone out, but with a bow and with the rain and the risk of not being able to recover your deer should you get a shot at one, I didn't feel comfortable doing. but the weather now has changed, so I'm going to be back out there hunting with the bow. In addition to bow hunting, tomorrow is the opening day of our trapping season here. And the regulations say that I can put out my sets after 7 a.m. on opening day. So tomorrow, when I finish up bow hunting, I'm going to put out a few fox and raccoon sets. Also have a couple of weasel boxes I'm going to put out. Also, I want to squeeze in some small game hunting. I'd like to get out squirrel hunting again, and our fall turkey season is open. Grouse have been very scarce this year, so I doubt I'll get an opportunity at a grouse. But that's my plans, and the best part of being retired and being here at hunting camp is I got time to do all these things. I'm going to turn this video back over to my brother.
Thanks for watching. Take care. Keep on trucking. Have a good day.